Donald Trump said, "I love inflation." As the Bureau of Labor Statistics releases their CPI report, it says inflation is at 4.2%, mainly because energy price increases as a result of the war in Iran. Defend it or disown it?
Of course I'm disowning that. For Trump to say he doesn't care about inflation, and yet he's the same president that brags, when I was president the first time, we had no inflation. I'm just like, how stupid of a statement Mr. President can you? I mean, let's be honest here, right? This is the split. We get to be honest. That makes no sense. He also is the same president that said he doesn't care about Americans' financial situation, but he runs on the record that we had economic growth under COVID. We had the economy, we had the best economy in the world when I was as president. So that is literally Trump just talking at the side of his fucking neck. And it's egregious. Like, of course I disown.
Listen, Donald Trump is not the same Donald Trump that wrote the masterpiece that we all know is Art of the Deal. He's missing the cards up here, okay? And one of those cards is just a blatant understanding what's going on around you. He's incredibly tone deaf now because he's so senile. And yeah, I made a huge mistake, telling the entire country that inflation doesn't matter as everybody feels the Iran war. Not because missiles are dropping on their head like the innocent people in the Middle East, but because, I don't know, there's a missile being dropped on the wallets when they show up to the gas pump, when they go to the grocery store, when they go to buy something. Prices are so incredibly high, and that's coming from a Republican Party, coming as a result of the policy of a Republican Party that promised to do the opposite.
You know, he does this thing where he talks outside of his neck too much. Somebody should take his keyboard from him and, in some instances, take his damn microphone away from him on occasion, because you are elected to lead the country. That's leading the economy out of this high inflation that you love, because at some point he's going to run out of excuses to blame on Biden.
100%.
At some point he's going to run out of, and you know, his relationship with the Federal Reserve needs to improve. We don't know what's going to happen going into next quarter with quantitative easing. You don't know what's going to happen with the Fed's interest rates. So for him to say he doesn't care about inflation, so are you saying, Mr. President, that you don't care about the country at this point?
100%. His priorities, they've never been with the country. Donald Trump viewed the presidency as something, and a great opportunity to enrich himself, to benefit himself, to make himself cool.
You know, sometimes I hate
obsessed with opulence. Exactly.
On occasion, it's now time for me to put your feet to the proverbial because Trump recently stormed off of Meet the Press in his interview with Christian Walker. He labeled ABC, he labeled CBS, and he labeled CNN as crooked. Can we play that clip?
Don't play the clip.
Oh, God, please play the clip.
Your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked, and so is ABC, and CBS, and CNN. You're one-sided crooked network. Good. Let's call it quits, because I've had it. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
On and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You want to straighten out your press, because you know what? A country can never be great with the dishonest.
Listen, we traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
To the United States, this particular president had lawfare against him, had the media against him, and he generated over $20 or $30 billion in free media hatred coverage, and he still won an election. So I agree with the president there. The mainstream media is crooked. Now I'm going to ask him, defend it or disown it?
I'm going to hesitate because the media isn't hard enough. She was asking him basic questions. Mr. President, did you wipe your ass in the morning? Mr. President, did you put on cologne? And he's like, how can you ask me that question? Mr. President, were you briefed on this? Mr. President, do you have any evidence to claim that U.S. elections are fraudulent? And he's like, there's more evidence than ever, you know? And then cue the evidence. Evidence never appeared. These people are not critical enough of this guy. And it's funny, in that clip, he's complaining about California's elections. You know why they take so long? Because of security. Because of verification of ballots, of signatures, ensuring that everybody gets to cast their vote, no matter how many days the mail-in ballot takes to arrive there. That is what we want in American elections. We want long vetting procedures. We want everybody's voice to be heard. And Donald Trump, I guess, apparently doesn't.
I don't know the California